I wanted to do a live where I could interact, but because I'm running low on time, I thought I would do an unlisted one and like drop it in. But I wanted to talk about, I've been doing these low carb diets for years, and I wanted to talk about why I'm so controversial, because a lot of people don't understand the way I think. I did a video a couple days ago saying like why I left California, and one woman got so friggin' triggered. She definitely was a Karen. Yes, not fabulous. And a lot of you guys who follow me already know that I left California because I didn't like what I saw. And I mean, I never thought I would leave California. Never. I was the Cali girl. I was a brown, tan, sun in the fun, skateboard pro, Cali girl. But I have eyes and a brain and like what I saw. So I left. I took my horse and I came to Texas. And now I'm going to go to Tennessee. Yes, I'm looking at buying land in Tennessee. Yeah. Every day I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe this is all happening. But for people who've never found my channel before, when I say I'm controversial, it's because I've been doing low carb diets for 15 years. Yeah. And I've been coaching people for 12 out of the 15. I cover keto omnivore, low carb, high fat, and carnivore diets. And I'll say things like, don't do carnivore over 3 months because it'll wreck you. Or don't do keto at all because it can wreck you. Or don't listen to anybody else because they dum-dums. And I kind of wanted to explain why I do what I do. I am 54, soon to be 55. And those who follow me know I'm in the best shape of my life, and I feel the most strong on the inside. You have to be in love with yourself. And a lot of people, and that's controversial, to make a statement like that. You have to be in love with yourself because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. And most people I coach people every day. I even coach a woman for my car in this parking lot. Most people never learn how to truly love themselves. And that's why when I moved from California to Texas, they're like, are you married? No. Are you, have you ever been married? No. Are you gay? No. Do you have any kids? No. What the hell's wrong with you? And the pressure that people get from just everyday life, coworkers, I am Stephanie. When you get older, you can't dress like this, or you can't do that, or you can't do, everybody's got these precepts on how you should think and act and be, and most people cave. Like if somebody's making fun of you, people will on the outside act like they're not bothered, but deep down inside they're super triggered. I don't care anymore. I've been walking on this planet too long to care what people think. I only care what people think who I respect. If I don't respect you, if I don't know you, then it doesn't matter what you think. So when it comes to the low carb community, with keto, for example, I'm like, why are you doing keto? They're like, but you're doing keto. Shouldn't I do keto? And I'm like, no, you shouldn't, because you're not disciplined. And you might jack up your thyroid. So what's the point of doing targeted or cyclical or fasting and trying to do a ketogenic diet? You're wasting your time. Or eating high protein on a ketogenic diet. And I'll talk this way in absolutes, and people don't like that. They're like, where are you getting your information from? I'm like, you guys. I get my information from people. I don't sit and read some ridiculous study that doesn't exist, because there has never been any objective long-term study on keto and carnivore. You can only go by what's actually happening to real people. Observational, studying people right there, right in front of you. And, I left. Nobody else left California. And I'm like, come on, you guys, let's get out of here. Let's do something else. And I wanted to remind people, like, whatever you do, if you're doing a diet that seems radical to another person, A lot of people who do keto or carnivore will feel embarrassed to tell family members, no, I'm not drinking. No, I'm not eating any bread, or no, I'm not eating any fruit. No fruit? You can't eat fruit on these diets? This diet's not healthy. But these people don't know anything about lectins in fruits. They don't know about the genetic modification or selective breeding or hybridization of fruit that has more fructose to then tell you what to do with your dietary eating. I think a lot of you guys have to put your foot down. The world has flipped upside down. If you don't, every time I talk about the thing that's going on right now, I won't even say it on this one. Nobody does any research. This woman's like, I'm unsubscribing from you because you said that you don't believe anything. And I'm like, wow. So you want me to believe what you believe so you could stay subscribed to my channel. That's where I'm saying where people do a lot of virtue signaling. I am a black woman. And this subject of racism is so friggin' interesting because some black people say like it doesn't exist. And then you got some people who like, then white people be like, everybody's racist. I'm like, oh my God, people, contextualize your commentary. Everything's in a matter of context. It's how you perceive something. If I want to believe that racism doesn't exist, who cares if I think that way? Do I think, well, what is racism? To me, when I lived in Sweden, they did a poll once because there was African immigrants in Sweden. Like, what do you, do you feel that, Africans are intelligent as Swedes? And people said no. A big majority of people who did this survey said no. And then there's some type of like genetic superiority, which I would call a racism. If you don't like somebody because of their color of skin, then like how pathetic are you? You don't even know that person. How stupid. So have I had people called me a chigger, but with an N? All the time. Do people think that I'm genetically inferior? Yeah, it's happened all the time. When I meet people, do they think, oh, I didn't know she was... All the time, because they hear my voice. But I don't care, because I love myself. I don't like to get caught up in these dumb conversations that everybody gets caught up in. I'm like, God, you guys are the same. Be different, right? So to teach people about their humanity, about being a human. And why is that so important? Because I'm around horses all day. And they horses. And then I'm around cows too. So it's interesting how the horses and the cows, they graze together, but the horses are like, we want to hang out with our people. We good. Y'all, you cows are kind of, you run weird. I don't know. I just think that I'm so controversial because I refuse to cave into what other people think. People can tell me stuff all day long. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. People could be like, I can't stand you. And I'll be like, okay, I don't care. Stop caring about what other people think. If you want to improve your health, if you want to change your diet, change your damn diet. Stop freaking caring what other people think. It feels like people get caught up in the drama. If you're going to do keto, do it the right way. If you don't know what that is, research. Don't just listen to what other people say. You can't do keto for the long term because it damages your thyroid because your red blood cells don't get enough glucose. Nonsense. Of course it can. Gluconeogenesis provides ample amount of glucose for the thyroid. People can actually do 0 carbohydrates and have blood sugar as high as a diabetic. Physiological insulin resistance rebound. Create that through gluconeogenesis. But you have to learn that, right? Or some carnivore people are like, you do. I don't like for people to do carnivore forever because people start getting diarrhea on it and people start not being able to eat plants that they used to eat. And then I'm like, well, what's the connection? Is it N-methyltransferase? Is it diamine oxidase deficiency? Why? Well, I'll put an avocado in there, right? And all of a sudden, now I can eat broccoli that I couldn't eat. It's weird. I'm so controversial because I love myself. And I want you guys to love yourselves too. I really wish you guys would just stop doing what the masses say. Just do your own research. Right? Stop just using the Goog to research stuff. Go to the duck sometimes to research stuff. Different search engines to research stuff. You know, talk to people. Learn, like this consultation, the woman got like the pinhole in the shoulder, and she's like, I'm having all these illnesses pop up, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, now that this is like the 100th client where something's gone left with this crap. And it makes you kind of go, something's wrong with this if it has not been, you know, tested out on some little human beings before in use. I don't care what anybody does, but I definitely care to use your thinking, your critical thinking. Learn about your life, learn about your job, learn about yourself, learn about your hormones, learn about everything. Be controversial, be awkward, question everything, believe nothing. So I said that in my last live. I don't believe anything. And a woman became so triggered. I'm like, what's wrong with you, woman? What's wrong with having your own opinion? It's not scary. It's really fun. It's exciting. It means that you're willing to try all new things beyond what the group says, right? The group think. That's it. I just want to say hello. Next video, we're going to get deep dive back into the body. We're going to hit the PCOS. Men, we're going to hit the reason why you bald, the reason why your total testosterone is dropping. What do I feel about low density lipoproteins and your triglycerides? Let's talk about your electrolytes. And let's talk about the fact that people got to watch out for the old yerda on keto when it comes to your electrolytes and hypoglycemia and thyroid. Let's get it all, and let's get it good. And let me show you how to be, be young forever, to have just an amazing life, to take risks, to love yourself, and to be in love with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. StephaniePerson.com. You guys need a consultation to help get your health on track. I do consultations. I also have a course where I cover low carb, high fat, keto omnivore, and keto carnivore, or high fat carnivore. I also deal with everything. You name it, the PCs, OSs, and the thyroids, and the low energy, and then the thyroid, and the hemochromatosis, and the, osteoporosis, and osteoarthritis, and the rheumatoid arthritis, and the reproductive, and the fertility, and everything. Okay? I'm not just a diet guru who just sits there and shows you how to make friggin' like avocado toast or something stupid like that. I've got some energy. You can also catch me on Instagram at Stephanie Ketogenic and Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook, and I'm out. Oh, and I have a course. So if you want to sign up for that, I can get you set up right there. All right, I need to get out of this parking lot. Peace.